Donald Trump has 5 children, but there's only one he affectionately calls Daddy's little girl. Throughout her professional life, Ivanka's appeared front and center in all of her father's real estate, showbiz, and political endeavors, but more on all of that. What's there to know about this dad-daughter duo? What characterizes their particularly special father-daughter bond? Here's shocking truth about Ivanka's relationship with Donald Trump. Ivanka Trump attended brutal boxing matches with her father. Ivanka Trump shared in her 2010 memoir, The Trump Card, Playing to Win in Work and Life, about her memorable experiences attending boxing matches with her father, Donald Trump. Despite being an unconventional activity for a father-daughter duo, Ivanka cherished these outings during their time in Atlantic City. In her memoir, she fondly recalls being among the few kids in the arena, feeling the energy of the matches, and even getting splattered with blood and sweat during intense moments in the ring. One particular event stands out in Ivanka's memory. When she was just 7 years old, she witnessed her father's quick action to calm the crowd after Mike Tyson's lightning-fast knockout victory. Instead of focusing on the violence of the sport, Ivanka admired her father's efforts to restore order in a chaotic situation. Their shared interest in boxing hasn't waned over the years. As recently as the end of 2023, they attended a UFC 299 match together at the Kaseya Center in Miami, accompanied by Ivanka's husband, Jared Kushner. Donald Trump frequently showcased his admiration for his daughter in the presence of influential individuals. During a 2016 interview with CNN, Ivanka Trump reminisced about her childhood experiences, recalling how her father, Donald Trump, never hesitated to take her calls, even during important meetings in his office. She recounted a particular instance when, at the age of 10, she dialed the Trump Organization collect from a janitor's closet at New York City's Chapin School. To her surprise, Donald put her on speakerphone in front of his colleagues, including notable figures from various industries and even heads of countries. Ivanka remembered how her father would shower her with praise, sharing anecdotes and asking about her day or recent tests. Reflecting on her father's parenting approach during the early stages of his business ventures, Ivanka emphasized that despite his demanding schedule, he always prioritized his children. While he might not always be physically present, he remained emotionally available. In a previous interview with Harper's Bazaar, Ivanka shared a similar anecdote from her boarding school days. She described how Donald would boast about her intelligence and beauty to his esteemed guests. Despite acknowledging her father's appreciation for beauty, Ivanka never felt uncomfortable about it during her formative years. Ivanka Trump allegedly sat on her father's lap as a teen. It's been alleged in Mary Trump's controversial 2020 book, Too Much and Never Enough, How My Family Created the World's Most Dangerous Man, that Ivanka Trump had a particularly close bond with her father during her youth. According to Mary, there was a moment at Donald's family home in Queens, NY, where Ivanka shared a tender father-daughter moment by sitting on his lap. Describing the scene, Mary wrote, "Donald went to sit on the chair by the TV and Ivanka climbed on his lap." She detailed how Donald observed his sons wrestling while occasionally showing affection to Ivanka, either by kissing her or pinching her cheek. Mary also noted that Donald would sometimes playfully kick whichever son was being pinned to the floor. While photos have circulated on social media, purportedly showing Ivanka sitting on Donald's lap, Reuters investigated several of these images and found many to be photoshopped or otherwise doctored. However, Snopes fact-checked a 1996 picture of a 15-year-old Ivanka sitting on Donald's knee at the family's Mar-a-Lago estate. Snopes concluded that the photo was genuine and not altered, dismissing claims that it depicted Ivanka giving her father a lap dance as false. Instead, the site determined that the photo captured an innocent family moment. Donald Trump has joked about dating daughter Ivanka. Donald Trump has made controversial remarks about his daughter Ivanka as she grew older and became more involved in his business ventures. As she gained prominence in the public eye, Trump became increasingly casual in his references to her, often making jokes about her appearance and physique. In 2016, Trump making eyebrow-raising comments about Ivanka's looks during appearances on Howard Stern's radio show, dating back to 2004. Stern once referred to Ivanka as a piece of AI, to which Trump responded affirmatively. In a later interview, Stern asked if Ivanka had undergone breast implants, to which Trump denied, praising her natural beauty and stature. Trump continued his remarks during a joint appearance with Ivanka on The View in 2016. When discussing the possibility of Ivanka posing for Playboy, Trump remarked on her figure, stating that if she weren't his daughter, he might consider dating her. These comments resurfaced in a 2015 Rolling Stone interview, where Trump spoke admiringly of Ivanka's beauty, adding a cringeworthy note about their relationship if they weren't related. Trump prouds about his daughters. "Let me tell you one thing. Ivanka is a great, great beauty. Every guy in the country wants to go out with my daughter, but she's got a boyfriend." Ivanka worked alongside him at the Trump Organization. Ivanka Trump joined her father, Donald Trump, in the business world, working alongside him at the Trump Organization for a decade. Despite initially pursuing a career in modeling and attending business school, Ivanka transitioned into the family business in 2005. She jokingly mentioned to Harper's Bazaar a couple of years later that she and her father were spending way too much time together. Taking on the role of Vice President of Real Estate Development and Acquisitions, Ivanka also appeared alongside Donald on The Apprentice, the popular reality competition show he hosted, starting in 2006. Despite not having aspirations to become a television personality, Ivanka explained to GQ in 2007 that she saw the show as a means to further her goal of excelling as a developer. Asserting her independence while acknowledging the strength of the Trump brand, Ivanka emphasized to GQ, "I'm not a clone and I'm not a minion." She saw her involvement in The Apprentice as an opportunity to elevate the family brand. Ivanka recalled how her father would occasionally test her commitment to real estate, even though he knew of her aspirations. She shared with Harper's Bazaar that he would playfully question her decisions, like when she received an offer from a fashion magazine, making sure she was confident in her chosen path. Donald Trump planned a reality show around her that never aired. Donald Trump had aspirations to expand his daughter Ivanka's presence on television beyond her role on The Apprentice. In 2016, Jezebel uncovered details of a planned reality show titled Trump Tower Girls, which was in development by Trump Productions and greenlit by back in 2013. The concept of the show involved featuring real estate brokers from Trump International Realty alongside beauty queens who had participated in Trump International's pageants, with Ivanka positioned at the center of the series. The aim was to create a reality TV platform for Ivanka similar to the one her father had with The Apprentice. Promotional materials for the show suggested that contestants would compete for a job at Trump International, willing to go to great lengths for the chance at a substantial reward, such as a chartered plane to Monaco or a seven-figure commission. However, despite initial plans, the Ivanka-focused series never made it to air. The Trump family reportedly pulled out of the project, citing concerns about the size of their team and the lack of compelling characters to follow, according to a source cited by Jezebel. Ivanka Trump played a significant role in her father's presidential campaign during Donald Trump's 2016 bid for the presidency, ultimately contributing to his victory in the election. Amid accusations of sexism directed at Donald on the campaign trail, Ivanka publicly defended her father's record on gender equality. In an interview with the Sunday Times, as reported by The Independent, she emphasized his long-standing practice of hiring women for top positions within the Trump Organization, asserting his belief in women's capabilities. Additionally, Ivanka appeared in television advertisements targeting mothers, advocating for policies that support working women. She stressed the importance of motherhood and advocated for equal pay, stating that her father understood the needs of the modern workforce. Ivanka's involvement extended to the Republican National Convention, where she delivered a speech aimed at female voters. She pledged that her father would address issues such as outdated labor laws and the affordability of quality childcare, highlighting his commitment to supporting women in the workforce. Even as an adult, Ivanka Trump maintains the habit of addressing her father, Donald, as Daddy. Upon Donald Trump assuming the presidency, Ivanka took on a role as an advisor within his administration. Despite their significant positions as a father-daughter team in the political realm, they continued to use affectionate terms when referring to each other. During the 2016 campaign, Donald mentioned Ivanka's advocacy for a child care plan, recounting her urging with the words, "Daddy, Daddy, we have to do this." He acknowledged her intelligence and the validity of her argument. In a video that circulated later in 2017, Donald referred to Ivanka's desire to accompany him on a trip, recalling her request with the phrase, "Daddy, can I go with you?" This playful exchange was highlighted by late-night host Stephen Colbert, who humorously commented on it on The Late Show. An article profiling Ivanka in The Atlantic in 2019 provided further insight into their familial dynamics, noting that Donald occasionally refers to Ivanka as baby during meetings they attend together. The close bond between Ivanka Trump and her father, Donald Trump, has reportedly caused friction between Ivanka and Melania Trump, Donald's third wife. Ivanka is the daughter of Donald's first wife, Ivana Trump, while Melania entered the picture as Donald's third wife in 2005 after divorcing Marla Maples. It's been suggested that the relationship between Ivanka and her stepmother isn't always smooth, as detailed in Mary Jordan's unauthorized biography, The Art of Her Deal, The Untold Story of Melania Trump, published in 2020. According to Jordan's biography, Ivanka allegedly referred to Melania as the portrait, possibly in reference to Melania's perceived reticence, while Melania reportedly countered by calling Ivanka the princess. There were also reported tensions surrounding Melania's delay in moving to Washington, D.C. after Donald's election victory. Ivanka supposedly utilized the official First Lady's office, even attempting to rename it the First Family Office, until Melania took control upon her arrival. This led to some friction, with Melania enforcing boundaries to protect her role. Kate Bennett's book, Free Melania, The Unauthorized Biography, echoed similar claims, suggesting that Melania felt Ivanka was encroaching on her territory. The infamous incident involving Melania wearing a controversial "I don't care, do you?" jacket was reportedly interpreted as a subtle message directed at Ivanka, further indicating the strained relationship between the two women. Donald Trump positioned Ivanka as a world leader to mixed results. During her tenure as an advisor and representative of her father's administration, Ivanka Trump played a prominent role in advocating for various policies, while occasionally defending her father in interviews. Her involvement, however, sparked mixed reactions and raised questions about nepotism and her qualifications for such a significant position. One notable incident occurred in 2017 during the G20 summit, when Ivanka filled in for her father at a meeting, drawing criticism from Democratic Representatives Maxine Waters and others. He criticized the decision, questioning the rationale behind allowing Ivanka to represent the United States among international leaders when she lacked the necessary expertise. This move was seen by some as a blatant display of nepotism and undermined the seriousness of the summit. In response to the backlash, Donald Trump defended his daughter on Twitter, asserting that it was a common practice for him to ask Ivanka to hold his seat during brief absences. However, this explanation did little to assuage concerns about Ivanka's qualifications and the potential conflict of interest inherent in her involvement in high-level diplomatic meetings. Despite the controversy surrounding her role, Ivanka continued to be involved in diplomatic affairs, representing the United States at various international events. However, her presence was not always well received, as evidenced by the 2019 G20 summit. Video footage emerged showing Ivanka inserting herself into a circle of world leaders, including prominent figures like French Prime Minister Emmanuel Macron and then British Prime Minister Theresa May. The uncomfortable reactions of her counterparts highlighted the ongoing skepticism about Ivanka's qualifications and her perceived lack of diplomatic experience. These incidents underscored the challenges of positioning Ivanka as a world leader within her father's administration. While she sought to leverage her position to advance certain policy agendas, her presence often raised questions about nepotism and undermined the credibility of the United States on the global stage. Despite her efforts to establish herself as a diplomatic figure, Ivanka's role remained a subject of debate and scrutiny throughout her time in her father's administration. Ivanka Trump sometimes disagreed with his political decisions. While Ivanka Trump seldom publicly opposed her father's decisions during his presidency, it doesn't mean she always saw eye to eye with his policies. In 2017, for instance, she openly criticized Donald Trump's endorsement of Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore, who faced allegations of sexual assault against minors. Ivanka condemned Moore's actions, stating that there's a special place in hell for people who prey on children. In another instance, amidst her father's frequent attacks on the media, Ivanka expressed disagreement with his characterization of the press as the enemy of the people. She clarified her stance in an interview with Axios, prompting Donald to respond on Twitter, emphasizing that it was fake news that he viewed as the true enemy. Addressing the controversial policy of separating migrant families at the U.S.-Mexico border, Ivanka described it as a low point during her time in the White House, expressing strong opposition to the practice. She emphasized her stance in an interview with Axios, reaffirming her vehement disapproval of family separation. In response to criticisms that she was complicit in her father's contentious policies, Ivanka defended herself, asserting that while she may not always publicly denounce his decisions, she doesn't remain silent. She explained to CBS News' Gayle King that she expresses her disagreements with her father candidly and in various ways, emphasizing that there are multiple avenues to make her voice heard. Body language experts say Donald Trump sees Ivanka as his heir. Experts in body language have noted the close relationship between former President Donald Trump and his eldest daughter, Ivanka Trump, highlighting various ways in which they express trust and affection in public settings. According to body language expert Patty Wood, Ivanka often seeks approval from her father, evident in many photographs capturing moments between them. While Donald occasionally exerts authority over her, Wood suggests that Ivanka responds in a manner indicating her belief in her own power within their relationship. Similarly, body language expert Judy James observes that Ivanka and Donald frequently mirror each other's actions, indicating shared thoughts and mutual respect in professional contexts. This dynamic, James explains, portrays them as a powerful duo, with Ivanka occupying a significant role within her father's White House team. Overall, these experts suggest that Donald Trump views Ivanka as his direct heir, trusting and endorsing her in both public appearances and professional endeavors. However, is Ivanka Trump distancing herself from her father, Donald Trump? While Ivanka played a significant role in shaping the legacy of her father's administration, recent reports suggest a noticeable rift between the father-daughter duo. According to CNN, Ivanka and her husband Jared Kushner have been keeping their distance from the former president, who appears to be struggling to move on from his defeat in the 2020 presidential election. Her former chief of staff, Julia Radford, disclosed to CNN that Ivanka is currently prioritizing spending time with family and friends. However, this seemingly translates to less frequent interactions with her father. In fact, their public appearances together have become increasingly scarce. The last time Ivanka was spotted publicly with Donald was on January 4th, 2021, as reported by Radar. Their next public outing occurred at a Mar-a-Lago Christmas Eve dinner later that year, followed by Ivanka Trump's funeral in July 2022, according to the Daily Mail. Moreover, sources claim that Ivanka and Donald's communication has dwindled significantly, with them hardly speaking to each other these days. A source informed Radar of a notable fallout between them, highlighting the drastic decline from their daily interactions during their time in the White House to scarcely communicating at all. The relationship between former President Donald Trump and his daughter Ivanka reportedly suffered a severe breakdown when it was revealed that she had an undisclosed friendship with former MI6 agent Christopher Steele. Steele made this revelation in a witness statement as part of legal proceedings in London, where Trump is suing Steele's intelligence company over the dossier on Trump that Steele authored in 2016, according to the Associated Press. Trump, however, disputed Steele's testimony, particularly the comments concerning his daughter. According to The Times, Steele stated, "My understanding is that Ms. Trump had not disclosed our relationship to her father." He further noted that upon discovering this, Trump's relationship with Ivanka was severely damaged. Steele attributed much of what he described as Trump's vindictive and vexatious conduct towards him to Trump's anger over the friendship, as reported by The Times. As the result, Ivanka Trump distances herself from Trump's 2024 campaign. Ivanka's absence from the announcement event at Mar-a-Lago on November 15, 2022, speaks volumes about her current stance on her father's political endeavors. The fact that she chose not to be present indicates a deliberate decision to maintain some distance from the campaign. Moreover, Ivanka's public statement to Fox News following her father's announcement provides insight into her reasoning. By emphasizing her priority on her young children and the private life she is cultivating with her family, she articulates a desire to focus on personal matters rather than political engagements. This decision underscores the challenges and sacrifices involved in being actively involved in a high-profile political campaign. Ivanka's decision comes amidst a highly polarized political climate and potential scrutiny that comes with being closely associated with her father's campaign. Given her past roles within the Trump administration and the controversies that surrounded it, Ivanka may be seeking to avoid further entanglement in divisive political discourse. Despite her decision to step back from politics, Ivanka reiterates her enduring support for her father. This sentiment reflects the complexities of familial relationships and the enduring bonds that transcend political ambitions. By affirming her role as a daughter above all else, Ivanka underscores the importance of family amidst the tumultuous landscape of national politics. In exploring the relationship between Ivanka Trump and Donald Trump, we encounter a blend of familial affection, public admiration, and occasional controversies. Despite the complexities inherent in their bond, Ivanka's unwavering support for her father and Donald Trump's evident fondness for his daughter highlight the enduring nature of their familial connection. What are your reflections on this multifaceted relationship? Share your insights in the comments section below. And for more intriguing revelations about Ivanka's dynamic with Donald Trump, along with other captivating content, be sure to like and subscribe for regular updates.